So we're here with Lindsey Godwin, the director of the Cooper Ryder Center at Champlain College. AI's impact on you. Where and how has AI made a difference in your life and work? How has AI changed things for you? How has AI brought about the best in you personally or professionally? Please tell a story that highlights how AI has had an impact on your life and or work.
Wow, I think appreciative inquiry has probably touched every aspect of my life. Definitely my professional life, with the way that I show up with organizations that I consult and do work with. Definitely with my students that I work with and advise. But I think the biggest impact that AI has had on me is in my profession or my personal, my daily life with my family. And I think that's, anything that really changes how you show up on a day-to-day basis with people, that's when you really start changing as an individual. And so that's how I know that AI has really just become sort of my operating system with how I show up in the world. And so, for example, to give a story of impact in my family, I am the wife to an amazing man and the mother to two amazing kids. And of course, like in any family, we fuss and have disagreements with each other. But we have really, AI has become the way that we go about operating together, with sort of keeping that focus on what is going right in our family, like when those moments that we're most engaged and happiest with one another, what are the root causes of that, and really doing that co-construction together of creating a vision for our family. So for example, my kids, when my son, he's almost 10 right now, but when he was about 7, we were having conversations with he and his younger sister, who at the time was about 5, and we were talking about planning our family summer together. And so in a very AI way, with not like sitting them down and telling them, okay, now kids, we're going to do AI, but just in the conversation and the questions, because that's what AI is really all about. It's the questions that we ask each other. Just in the questions that my husband and I decided to sort of have with them, was we started asking both of them, when have they had the most fun on a trip that we've taken together? Where do they like to go, kind of things. Some of their most favorite memories from trips that we've taken, and starting to talk with them about, what is their vision for the summer and what do they want to do and stuff like that. So led to sort of a real, co-constructing together of a summer that was maybe a little bit different than if my husband and I had just like figured it out on our own. But the most powerful thing, so we didn't stop really there. We then kept sort of having these conversations with our kids and realizing, again, if appreciative inquiry is all about, we get more of what we focus on and what we ask questions about. My husband and I realized we really wanted to better understand, when our kids felt most valued and loved in our household. And so we asked my son, when is it, what is some of his favorite things? Not what does he want to do in the summer, but what have been his favorite times, like with mom and dad? Like what are those favorite times for him? And of course, we were expecting that it was going to be, when we went to the circus, or when, those things that you anticipate, big trips that we had just gone out west and had seen, Yellowstone, so you expect that it's going to be these big things. And what he told us just blew us away. He said that his favorite thing, and, when he just feels really loved and supported by us, is when we watched him draw. I was just almost in tears. When we watched him draw, I had no idea that was so meaningful to him. And so, what a discovery, right? To just find out and to reinforce that it is those little things, but really that, that showing up. And I never would have known that if I hadn't, had the foresight to sort of ask him and have that conversation about when is it that he feels happiest and most loved with us. And so you better believe that I spent a lot more time watching him draw after that. And so to me, that's just one of the many stories about how just the power of asking a different question really can lead to a discovery that is both surprising and transformative, even on a really small level.